Been a hardcore video gamer since I was a kid. Now I'm collecting complete collections if they're under £5. Nintendo Wii. Hello and welcome back once more to VG Trader and my complete Nintendo Wii collection for £5 or less. Yeah, I'm working on a mime for the start of this. Haven't quite worked it out yet. That's a 5. That's less, obviously, than 5. Obviously, not many games. That was rude, wasn't it? Obviously, not many games are going to be less than 0. Now I've put myself off. The idea is I try and get a complete Nintendo Wii collection for £5 or less per game, not for the whole collection. What I picked up recently to add to the pile of games are as follows. The first one I picked up is this. Wacky World of Sports. Yeah, before we even go into it, you know it's utter shovelware, don't you? Let me read what it says. A fun-packed journey around the world's 10 wackiest sports. I had to buy it. I just had to. I had to get the complete collection. Show off your world-class skills in 10 of the most wacky sports in the world. Choose your characters and travel around the globe in tour mode. Or go head-to-head with friends and family in... Right, blah, blah, blah. Okay, what are the 10 sports? Don't guess, listen to this. 10 wackiest sports include tuna tossing, furniture racing, whatever this one is, I've no idea. Vierlejeppen. I don't know what Vierlejeppen is, but that's a sport. Extreme ironing, card boxing, lawnmower racing, cheese rolling, mudsliding, ice golf, and log cutting. It's by Sega, you know, and I keep saying that. For some reason, there's a hell of a lot of games for the Nintendo Wii that were released by Sega. I don't think they produced them. I think they just published a lot of them. But yeah, it does look like tat, doesn't it? And this is one of the problems with going for a Nintendo Wii complete collection, is a lot of the games are complete tat. But, you know, obviously this one isn't. This is a proper sports game. This is WSC Real 08 World Snooker Championship, the Snooker and Pool Simulation. They don't go for quick titles. Look at that. I'll read it again. WSC Real 08 World Snooker Championship, the Snooker and Pool Simulation. As if you hadn't guessed it was a snooker and pool simulation. And of course it's got old Steve Davis on it. Look at him. Look at the lady bait that is Steve Davis. And Ronnie O'Sullivan, another famous snooker player. But and Steve Davis, he's such lady bait. Look, they think he's going to pull in the lady gamers. They put him on the back as well. There he is. On the front he's looking quizzical. He can't understand why he's so attracted to the ladies. On the back he's realised he's not attractive to the ladies at all, and they've all gone off on the bus home without him. But yeah, it's a snooker game. What can I say? You play it with the controller. See, this video is going to degenerate, isn't it? Because first it was that, and now I'm doing that. It's just rude, isn't it? It's just rude, and I don't mean to be. It's just my snooker mime. I mean, I could do that, but again, whatever I do now is going to look rude. But yeah, it's a snooker game. I'm adding it to the collection. Change the subject, and but stick with Sega, because they also published this, which is Ghost Squad, which is a first-person on-rail shooting game, which is absolutely amazing. You're sort of fighting terrorists as a member of the elite Ghost Squad. If you like 1980s action films and things like that, you will love this, because it sort of spoofs a lot of them. And it's got that sort of macho talk. We'll stab these terrorists one way or another. All of the dialogue is like that. It's so bad, but brilliant. But yeah, I picked that up for £1. Not bad. Right, the next one is... Rockstar Games presents Table Tennis. It's definitely a sporty themed one, this episode. Yeah, I originally played this on the Xbox 360. You know, obviously I have to pick it up anyway for the complete collection, but I'm actually quite looking forward to playing this on the Wii, because on the Xbox 360 you've just got the normal control, and obviously on the Wii, yeah. Oh yeah. I'm trying not to make this mime look rude. But it doesn't at the moment, it just looks a bit crap. Anyway, that's me playing table tennis. I'm really looking forward to playing that, as long as I tell you what I hate about the Wii. Some of the Wii games, when you do that, or whoosh, whoosh, and that's me playing table tennis, when you do that, it's almost about 3 seconds after you do it that the thing moves on the screen, and it's really annoying, because if you're trying to hit a table tennis ball, you just don't. And that's what some games are like, but I'm hoping that one isn't. Next game is SSX Blur. If you played SSX Tricky or just SSX or SSX Free, they're snowboard games. They're brilliant. They are one of the few EA series that is genuinely really good. Probably the best snowboard series you can get. Yes, I'm really looking forward to playing this one. Haha. Right, the next one I picked up is, hey, guess what? It's an EA Sports game. But not just one EA Sports game, it's two. If you've seen any of my PS3 complete game collection videos, you'll know that I'm, obviously have to pick up a lot of Tiger Woods games. And one thing I've noticed is he's always wearing the same shirt. But guess what? For the Wii, they actually let him have a different shirt. Look at that. 2 different shirts. He's not wearing the same red shirt he seems to be wearing in loads of the other games. But anyway, that's 07 and 09 all play. I don't know what the difference with all play is because they're not normally called all play. I'm guessing you can just play with a lot of people. Battle with your friends in 15 fun and challenging game, blah blah blah. Yeah, it's the same thing. Just involves a lot of multiplayer. Anyway, that's the first 2 Tigers that I've got for the Wii. The next game is also another Rockstar game, but it's nothing like table tennis. It's Manhunt II. An experiment at a secret research facility has gone catastrophically wrong. Daniel Lamb and Leo Kasper are the only surviving subjects. The Pikmin project will stop at nothing to hunt them down and stop the truth from getting out. Yeah, in the original one, you were being in the original Manhunt, which they banned, you had to sort of escape loads of killers and you could kill them in loads of nasty ways with bottles and, strangle them. It was really gory. And to be honest, it wasn't actually that great a game. It was gory for the sake of being gory, and it got to a point where it's like, oh, more gore. Kind of a bit like Hostel, the film's Hostel. A sort of a version of that, but a video game. So I don't know what this is going to be like. There's not a lot of games like this on the Nintendo Wii, so it'll be interesting to see. I'm hoping there'll be more to it than just killing people in nasty ways. On to the next one, which is yet another Sega game. I've realised that Sega seem to have basically published about sort of a quarter of all the Wii games for some reason. Every other game I seem to show is a Sega game. Alien Syndrome. Yeah, I think it's a shooting game. Discover hundreds of weapons, armor types, and special abilities. It's not third person, I don't think. I think you can see your person from above. Is that fourth person? I don't know. Next one is Overlord Dark Legend. If you played any of the Overlord games, you're like this evil demon guy and you've got loads of minions that you send off and do your bidding. Great games, great games. I've got one of them for the PS3. I'm trying to look for Overlord 2. And this is the one that's out on Wii, Overlord Dark Legend. I think it's a slightly different game. I don't think it's the same as the ones that are on PS3. I think it's a completely different game. I hope it's a completely different game, because it would be nice if it was, because I've already got, obviously, the other ones. Well, one of them. Overlord game. Right, next is Mad World. Yes, it's a black and white game. Guess who it's by? Go on, you'll never guess. You'll never guess who published it. I'm not even making this up. Look, can you see? There, Sega. Yeah, it's a black and white game, and it looks a bit like Sin City. It's nearly all in black and white, apart from the blood. And just a really unusual game, and really good as well. This is going to be a really collectible game eventually. So if you do collect for the Nintendo Wii, try and pick this up. It's also really, really cheap at the moment. You can get it for about 99p in Britain, and I'm sure in America it's probably only $1 or $2. But yeah, it's one to look out for. Next are the Trauma Center games. Now, I've mentioned these in one of my, which video games will make you rich videos. They're basically surgery games. Produced by Atlas, anyway, or published by Atlas. And Atlas generally do small print runs on games. And they release some games that are quite odd. And these, you do surgery on people and you have to save people. What can I say about that? Not a lot. But quite good games. And again, dirt cheap. I've seen one of these for 50p recently in the last couple of weeks. And usually you can pick them both up for like £1 each or whatever. So they're really cheap. Anyway, on to the next games. And it's a boxing game, a comedy boxing game, Ready to Rumble Revolution. I don't know if you remember, if you're old like me, you'll remember Ready to Rumble. It was a series that was out years and years ago. I think it came out on the Nintendo or the Mega Drive, one of them. It's a really good series of boxing games. They were quite funny, and there was, you know, one of the boxers had a massive afro and a tiny little head. I can't remember what his name was, but it was a funny boxing game. It was very cartoony. And so they've released this for the Wii, and if you look very closely, all of the boxers seem to be based on quite famous people. You've got one based on Simon Cowell, one based on Brad Pitt, one based on Jack Black, oh, one based, by the looks of it, on David Beckham, I think. Is that supposed to be David Beckham? I'm not sure. Yeah, so I'll give that a go. I'm hoping it's as good as the Mega Drive versions. Another golf game, but this one's a lot more cartoony, and this is called Hangar Golf with Style. I was going to get Hangar Golf without style, because it would suit me better, really, because I'm not that stylish. I think it's a bit like Everybody's Golf on the PS3. It looks quite good. I like these sort of games, as you know. Big golf game fan. Hate real golf. Never really got into it. Finally, the last game I'm going to mention in this video is this. Battalion Wars 2. This is another game that hardly costs anything at the moment, but I think it's the sort of game that is going to seriously go up in value. It's actually getting harder and harder to find as well. I picked it up for exactly £1. It's a sort of war game, and you can play online against other people, and you can command like tanks and planes and things like that. Sort of like an RTS game, but not quite. It's a lot more cartoony. It's really, really, really good, so I really recommend getting this one if you can track it down. Anyway, that's the last one in my complete Wii collection for £5 or less for this video. Join me again soon as I pick up even more Wii games and, you know, start annoying the girlfriend by probably filling up our house. I'll probably have to put them in the shed, to be honest, because we only live in a 2-bedroom house. What can I tell you? Join me again soon, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you'd like to subscribe. Cheers! Bye!